Wrestling Podcast live. Where's the feedback? There we go. All right. This is the Ultra Chills Wrestling Podcast live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. I am Darth Messish, the dark side savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to get mama baby, nobody can stop me. And I'm on vacation because that's what I do.
Hey.
And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stan Lee of podcasting, also known as the man of the Mr. McMahon regime. And what's that other show called again?
We don't even care. We don't even care.
Yeah, I feel like it's called 205 Live more than it is NXT 205 Trash, but whatever. And also known as the man to figure out to the crawl space, make a retro crawl space, and you can find that on my other fans because I ain't calling it only no more because it's not just me.
And on the boards, we got the franchise, Jake.
We are here. We are live. Talk about wrestling. Mr. FGC in the place to be. Throwing your knuckles up. Get your knuckles up and get them ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Random. The new Matrix trailer, it still doesn't make me want to watch it, but I'm going to watch it just because.
You know what's funny? I watched the new Matrix trailer, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I've been waiting for this movie since the end of 3, so I gotta finish the series. So
That's the thing. I'm only going to watch it because it's the Matrix. They don't make me want to watch it. There's nothing like okay, this is going to be a great movie.
I don't know. As of right now, 24 Hours is one of the top looked at trailers on YouTube, apparently to Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
But everybody know what one is.
Yeah. How's the weather by you? How's it going?
Oh, boy, let me tell you something. 78 degrees down here.
Lovely. Must be lovely.
Must be nice.
I don't like this heat bullshit. I need my cold weather.
Yeah, it hasn't been over 45 in like the last 5 days, 6 days.
Yeah, it's been
I think like Saturday was the last warm day.
Saturday was a warm day. Actually.
Yeah, I think that was the last warm day. Yeah, and it's just been like 45 ever since.
Well, you can take our cold weather, Alex. It's fine.
I will do. Y'all want to switch? I'll give it to you. I can have this shit.
Yeah.
I need my cold weather. Like I'm used to going outside and niggas be like, oh man, it's so freaking cold. I go outside, I'm in a short sleeve t-shirt, sweating. What the fuck? It's not the weather I'm used to.
Now I haven't had to say brick yet, but it's cold.
It's not brick.
Yeah, it's not brick. It's not brick.
First of all, it don't never get brick down here. It get pebbles. But it don't get brick.
little rocks.
Little rocks. No.
Little stones.
Little baby rock. Oh man.
Speaking of which, when is season 2 of Little Rock coming? Because I was really feeling that.
It was a really good show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They never announced like a season 2 for it.
No, I did. I heard the announcement, but I don't even know if they started taping it yet.
I don't know. All I know is, to really be honest with you, whoever did the casting for Little Rock,
Yes.
is the biggest cast on the planet, because everybody they pick look just like the dude they got playing his dad. I swear to God, I was like, there's no way in hell you went out and scoured the planet and found somebody that looks like this man's father for real. There's not many people out there that looks like this man. And it's
like
big as
To me, his mother, I would swear that's his fucking mother.
Yeah, for real.
His dad is pretty damn close, but the mother is spot on.
It's scary.
Whoever got the other side characters, which is Andre the Giant, freaking Randy Savage.
They're hilarious.
They are very hilarious. When I even listen to Randy Savage, I'm like, wow, this is literally him.
And the guy that plays the Sheik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sheik was spot on, bro. Sheik was spot on. Like, if he would have been really cool, like with him like that, it would be that way. Holy shit.
Have you ever heard this story about how the Sheik snitched on, was it Jake Roberts, I believe? Because they were doing drugs together?
Oh yeah, I did.
I think I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay, so when they were, this was like late 90s WCW. So this was when they first were like inputting like full-time contracts, and a part of the full-time contracts was they would start doing the drug testing. So they called the Sheik in the office, and it's like, Sheik, you failed. No, Sheik, you're positive. That's what he said. Sheik, you're positive. Like, oh yeah, Sheik always positive. They're like, no, that's not good. I was like, oh, then what happened to Jake? I was in the car with him.
Oh God. Yo, I would have been beating the Sheik's ass after that.
You don't want to fight with the Sheik.
Nah,
he's on that list of people you don't want to fight.
He's definitely
the Sheik, Haku, Harley Race, Dan Severn.
First of all, one, Haku can talk some shit to me, and I'd be like, "No, Haku, you right. I'm not fighting arguing with that man."
Haku can slap my mother and spit in my girl's face, and yes, sir, you got it, sir.
Mm-hmm. No problem. You're good. I don't want no beef.
You're not gonna slap me. I like my taste buds. I need them to stay where they at.
Word. Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about Cesaro and Walter on the WUK tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there was a part 2 to the tour. Because like everybody came back for the weekend to do the shows, and they went back and did a second part of the tour. The second half of the tour was Walter versus Finn Balor.
Why are we not seeing these matches, bro?
It's just more upsetting that these house shows are getting better matches than scheduled programming.
To really be honest, house shows are better than watching the main shit. Because the house shows, upper management is not watching them do anything, so they don't know what really be happening. Look at Total Divas when Naomi got in trouble for putting the LED lights on the belt. Mm-hmm. They didn't know that shit. Only reason they knew about it is because a fan posted the video online. That's the only reason why they knew about it. If they never did that shit, they'd have never knew about that and then try to make that damn thing their own.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
They be getting away with a lot in the house shows.
Yeah, so Cesaro Walter and then Finn Balor Walter. I'd watch both of those. I'd watch multiple matches between both of those combinations.
Triple threat, them motherfuckers fighting for nothing. I don't give a fuck. They're not fighting for a belt. Just give me all three of them in the ring together, and that's magic alone.
Mm-hmm.
Triple threat match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we get fucking Nikki Ass versus I don't even know.
I don't know. Dewdrop, right? Or
we get Toni Storm looking like a little girl instead of being the badass that she is.
The badass thick white chick she is.
At least they gave her the booty shorts back, because I was not feeling the pants.
Word, them pants was like, you're covering up what you got. Like, I understand Bailey. Bailey got that dump truck back there. And Bailey wears some shorts. Best believe I'm at every live event trying to touch. I'm going to jail.
I second to that. She's definitely packing on the back,
Yeah. So while we actually kind of giving WE some attention, they responded to the CM Punk MJF segment from last week.
I did see that.
So Edge was cutting a promo, and out of nowhere, here comes The Miz, who was the subject of said promo from CM Punk. So The Miz is back. He's got Maryse with him. Edge says to Miz, "You have people on other shows saying your name just to get a cheap reaction. You live rent-free in the heads of a lot of people."
Let me tell you something. When Ed said that, I was like, Ed, I get what you're trying to do, and I'm not mad at it. But let me tell you something. That line alone, I went on YouTube to rewatch that shit like 8 times. Mm-hmm. It's different. Because, like, I got into an argument with somebody over Instagram about this. Uh-huh. Some dude said CM Punk is doing this just for the money. He's not doing this for the fans, and it's such a low blow for him to say shit about a company that made him. I was like,
whoa, before you go too far, CM Punk is doing it for himself. He's having fun. He's enjoying wrestling again. That's what he's doing it for. Go ahead.
And that's what I said. I said, yo, to be honest, WWE never made CM Punk. CM Punk was made way before then. I said, WWE just gave him the platform to be the CM Punk that he wanted to be. And then when they started getting money off him, they just let him do whatever. I said, but at the end of the day, nigga, they still treated him like shit. Mm-hmm. You can't get mad at what he's doing. I said, it ain't like he went there and started talking shit about Mr. Man the first day and everything else. No, I said, this man said 2 lines that had to deal with WWE. And I said, and guess what? Those wasn't a jab at WWE. That was just facts. He was just speaking facts. You can't get mad at somebody speaking facts. MJF is a less famous Miz. And I was like, you know what? I never thought about it. He got a point. He is almost the Miz. He's just not as famous as the Miz is. I was like, you know what? He's speaking facts. I can't get mad. But when he told Homeboy, the only way you'll be number one is we live long enough
for
to
Tony
see
Khan have a daughter. And that was a shot at Triple H.
I said, you know what's funny? That would be MJF. I can see him really being that way.
But that's going to be super weird because he's going to be like, for his daughter to be 18, MJF is going to have to be damn near 50.
Hey man, doesn't matter. Man and Stephanie. I mean, you know.
Well, yeah. This is true.
It doesn't matter. But I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, when he said those lines, and then MJF came back at him was like, "I'm gonna end this faster than your UFC career."
Yep.
I said, bro, these are the things that you want to hear WWE people say, just so you could be like, okay, now I'm invested into this. I want to see this. I'm into this. I said, because it just makes you want to see what's going to happen next. I said, WWE is so boring. You know what's going to happen before it happens, and now it's just whack. And I was like, you can't argue with that. And then he came back at me with this long paragraph, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna read all this. I'm just telling you like this. If you feel like CM Punk is like doing some shit that he shouldn't be doing, then you're not a real wrestling fan. Because I remember the territories was doing this type of shit. They was talking about the niggas in other territories. That's the thing. That's what you do.
But also at that time, people would work multiple territories. You know, you'd have your home base, but then you're off for a weekend. You'll go to, you know, like let's say you work in Georgia. Oh, you'll go to North Carolina and work a weekend while you got that weekend off because you just want some extra money.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't understand that shit. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas up here are like, y'all not even marks. Y'all not even fans. Y'all just want shit to go the way y'all want it to go because y'all feel like that's the way it should be. And I was like, bro, I'm a wrestling fan. That means fan of all wrestling. If you're going to talk shit about the other company, it's going to make me want to go see what the other company is going to say about you and vice versa. Right. I said, Vince don't want that. He want nobody to make money off of him if he ain't making the money.
Right.
Tony Khan give a fuck. As long as his wrestlers are happy and they don't want to fucking leave, he don't care what the fuck they say.
Yeah,
I'm on that.
And one of the things that makes a good promo, at least in the modern era, is an element of truth. Because when there's some truth to what you're saying, when I do just make up something completely false for the sake of the storyline, you now believe what I said that was false because I already told you what's true.
Oh, like you mean Kane and Undertaker being brothers?
Yeah, like that.
These niggas are brothers. Niggas, yo, grown men to this day still argue me down. Nah, bro, they're brothers.
No, they're not.
No, they're
Edge
not.
and Christian being brothers.
They both don't work for the company no more.
That. I forgot about that. Edge and Christian were brothers at one point.
Well, technically, they could be brothers because they grew up together as friends, so you can call them brothers. But Kane and Undertaker never grew up. Undertaker went to where Kane was wrestling at in another territory and told Vince to bring him up to the company. And then he helped train him.
Yep.
They're long-term friends. They could be called brothers, but WWE made it seem like these two was blood brothers. And I was like, bro, they're not. The only blood brother families we got in this bitch is like the Hart Foundation, fucking, basically really the Hart Foundation. Their whole entire thing was a whole family, and
every fucking Samoan ever.
Yeah, some people were really family. Everybody else in this bitch was never really family, but they consider, oh yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, they're cousins. Nigga, they ain't shit to each other. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't.
Now, the other line that Edge said, he said, you use wrestling for notoriety for your future endeavors, for your next reality show, for your next dance competition, while you leave your partners high and dry to get fired. And that was a shot at John Morrison.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Now, later on that episode of Raw, Liv Morgan said something. I didn't catch it live, and now it's been deleted from the replay of Raw, but obviously there's clips everywhere. And she referenced Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott getting fired because they have to pay Becky Lynch more money. Now, why did that get pulled, but the Johnny Morrison line not get pulled?
You know why? Because she still works for this company, and she's not a high tier person. They're trying to push her for that day one bullshit in Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But-
they should have pushed her like back during the summer, but whatever.
But you know what's going to happen now. Now that she done said that, and you know, now they took it down, you know that means she about to probably get in this match and get beat by Becky 500 days.
Yeah. Becky 500. She's now been champion for 500 consecutive days that she was active. You know, minus the baby time.
The
I
title
was like,
she never
bruh.
lost.
I was like, bro, how the fuck you continue a wrestling title reign after you forfeit the title and then come back and win it? How the fuck you keep continuing that? Because that's true. There's a lot of the motherfuckers out here that had to forfeit the belt and came back and title reign longer, because Edge is mainly one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they just made up a fucking stat for her. That's all. It's wrestling. You make shit up as you go.
No, it's
WWE
WWE. They
wrestling.
make up shit as they go.
Yeah. Now, speaking of people taking shots at WWE, our friend Cody Rhodes, first he pulls out a sledgehammer, and then that good old golden shovel.
Probably the new US.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Now, was the golden shovel still directed at Triple H, or was that directed at John Cena? Because people are now calling him the John Cena of AEW.
The new You Can't See Me Man.
I think that might have been directed towards John Cena, but it might have more directed Triple H, because remember how Triple H was when he first got into power?
Yeah.
He was just burying everybody with the golden shovel. So basically, it probably was both towards Triple H.
Now, why is Cody so obsessed with the Triple H comparisons? That I don't get.
Maybe something happened, man. Then while he was in,
You know what's funny?
WWE.
Somebody messaged me today. He was like, oh, because I put the post up yesterday about it. And somebody messaged me, was like, yo, Triple H must have fucked Brandi or something, because why is Cody so obsessed?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what's funny? I could say the same thing, but you have to think about it. When Brody Lee went over there, he was so obsessed with Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, this is how I see it, and this is coming from me if I work for the company. If I work for you, and I'm doing everything to bust my ass to break through that bullshit-ass glass ceiling to grab that brass ring, I do everything you ask me to. I lose who you want me to lose to. I win. I do stupid gimmicks. I do retarded-ass storylines. I do these stupid-ass fucking lines you write. And you let me go and then try to make it seem like I was never a good wrestler, I'm gonna have an issue with you no matter what. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I got an issue with you, and it's always gonna be a thing. But with Cody doing it, people make it seem like he dick riding Triple H. But I'm like, bruh, at the end of the day, he just mad because Triple H is supposed to be the next big thing in power, and he got fucked over by Triple H because of Vince McMahon. So you're always gonna go to the person who fucked you over. You're not gonna go to Vince, because if it was Vince that fucked you over, then you would do Vince shit.
Right.
But Triple H, man, that fucked you over. Just like with Brody Lee. Triple H didn't fuck Brody Lee over. Vince fucked him over. So his whole gripe was with Vince McMahon. Nobody else in the family, just Vince.
It makes
Same
sense.
thing with Mero. Mero came over there. His whole gripe with Vince McMahon. Not nobody else in the company, Vince. Because the man went from being the Russian bruiser coming in on a tank, even though we all know he fucked Lana on that tank. I know he did. He had
until he became impotent and couldn't perform anymore, and Bobby Lashley had to step in and take over.
Yeah, like he went through all these storylines, had his wife kissing other motherfucking guys, in bed with other guys. You had to go through all this shit, and you came back with Rusev Day as just a random thing you said. And it made WWE so much money, and they still didn't push you. I would have a big issue with you also.
Hold on, back to the Lana thing. You know, she kissed what, like 4 other dudes. The Rock. She looked at Enzo naked, because remember he was running around naked one episode. She stared at his dick, and then there was the episode and she was making with Dolph Ziggler during that storyline. and then Bobby Lashley, and then she gets the big nigga to run up in her.
Yeah, that
She got
makes sense.
She got the
leader
meat.
of the hurt. Leader of the business. Like he wasn't hurting no business over there.
She was putting up hurt business on Lana.
And then Brandi Rhodes shows up out of nowhere. She sets a table on fire, and for some reason, Cody Rhodes, who's the person given the move, he's the one that goes through the table that's on fire.
Yo, the sad thing is, did you see the fire was still burning on his arm?
Yes. Do you know why?
Too much lighter fluid.
Yep.
What happened was, if you know, very early in the match, after they had like the fight through the people, Andrade hit Cody with that garbage can, right? Mm-hmm. Now they put that fucking like flame retardant and gel on them to like reduce the burning.
Yeah.
The trash was stuck to him. If you notice, like halfway through the match when they get back to the ring, he still just got random fucking napkins stuck to his back.
Yeah, he still has.
So the napkins are stuck on him, and that's what burned. It was the napkins and shit burning on him.
The funny part was when T-Pain was in the audience.
It burned the arm, and then when he went to the back and he showed pictures,
yeah,
his skin was burnt off.
Yep. Yeah, it was the fucking napkins and like ketchup and shit burning on his back.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
T-Pain gave him a chair. I'm gonna buy you a chair. That shit was funny as
yeah, he was just randomly placed there. It's like, did they even acknowledge he was there before that? I didn't remember.
I think so.
I think they acknowledged him right when Cody actually spotted him, and I think that's the only time they acknowledged him. Right when he gave him the chair, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Because he was on the show, right? Like the Go Big Show, something like that.
Yes. That's what it was. They said he's the judge on Go Big Show with Cody, who's now leaving to go tape the show.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that was that. What the fuck was I just about to say?
Good match though. Good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. The Rock recently. Back to the Rock. The Rock is endorsing Shayna Baszler.
I can see it.
Because she was trained by a student of High Chief Peter Maivia. So The Rock is now endorsing Shayna Baszler. I wonder if she'll actually get a push out of it. Who knows? Because Vince doesn't like 40-year-old women. Mm-hmm. If you didn't know, Shayna Baszler's 40.
I mean, that's one of the UFC 4 horsewomen?
Yeah.
Where the hell is Ronda?
She never came back from having a baby.
Yeah, I mean, I know Becky did.
Yeah.
Fast time too, because he was out for like 2-3 months.
Cool.
After her pregnancy, Becky.
Becky came back Becky had the baby in March because people were like, "Oh, will she make it back for Mania?" And she came back in August.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm saying Ronda could have, at least trained to come back. I know she's not fond of the WWE audience right now.
Yeah.
The universe.
Now going back to the Miz and Edge segment, obviously John Morrison was let go. John Morrison put out a statement. He said. He was like very, casual about, yeah, I got let go, but I enjoyed my time, yada, yada, yada. He was very, very professional about it. But yet his wife, Taya Valkyrie, she's been talking hella shit since she got released. Everything she says is fuck WWE, fuck WWE. They treat people like shit. So that's a really interesting dynamic coming from a couple.
Yeah, right? Like one is just all nonchalant. He's good. And he's like, I'm good. I was good with my time.
I would think it's because she was hoping to take her career to the next level, and it was whatever. She got signed in March, and she just got released like 3 weeks ago. So she was there for 7 months. She had 5 matches.
That 6-month period, and then 7-month they
5 matches.
5 matches.
5 matches. Now, mind you, NXT's not doing house shows at the moment, so she literally just did 5 matches in 6 months. She was booked strong at the beginning, the way she came in against Raquel Gonzalez, but then she loses to Raquel Gonzalez, and then I think she lost a rematch, and that was pretty much it. Other than that, she didn't do anything important while she was there.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something, right? I just went downstairs because Amazon delivered a package to my wife. I go downstairs to get the package. The package is really flat. I'm thinking she got something really flat. She turns it over while the back of the package is already ripped open and the thing is in it's gone, but they still delivered the package.
Oh shit!
What?
It's that time of year. Niggas is taking shit.
Right. It was just hair grease.
That happened to my
Taking hair grease?
my homegirl's my girlfriend's friend. She ordered something from Amazon, and actually it was like 3 different things were supposed to come at the same time, and she got the email for all 3 of them saying they're all delivered. She only got 2. She fucking calls the service center, and it's like, yeah, we got the GPS saying it was delivered. It's like, no, there's 2 packages on my porch. Somebody stole it. And the fucking manager calls back 20 minutes like, oh, it's on the truck. The fucking driver was trying to steal it. That's what the fuck happened.
Yeah, they didn't want to take blame too.
Yeah.
Because they know they represent a company. So
First of all, when somebody down here in North Carolina was walking around somewhere in the woods and found a dumping spot for packages, somebody from Amazon didn't want to deliver packages, was dumping all these people's shit there, and they don't know how.
That's wild.
that's crazy.
So now they're delivering people packages now that they found in the woods. But it was like, we don't know how far some of these packages go back on how many people didn't get their shit when they needed to.
Yeah, what's up, Valdor?
Makes everybody want to go to the actual stores and buy something.
Mm-hmm.
I do anyway. I don't really shop on Amazon like that, bro. I need my shit in person. I don't trust y'all niggas.
Some positive wrestling stuff that happened in the past week. We had Wrestlecade, the convention down there by you in North Carolina.
I know, and I'm so mad I didn't go because it was in Winston-Salem. That's like an hour and a half drive away.
Mm-hmm. I believe that I think it was the headlining match. It was Malachi Black versus Buddy Matthews.
Yes, and who wrote something on that? Was it Paul? Yeah, Paul Heyman wrote a tweet about it, and he says at the end of the day, these 2 men are the most amazing men that we have in this industry. They can do things nobody out there can do in the ring, and they outdo each other. He said at the end of the day, these guys are going to make it no matter where they go, and I'm happy that they're out there doing what they love. I said, this is coming from Paul Heyman.
And when Paul Heyman was running Raw, that was 2 people he was trying to push. Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. He was trying to push them. So at least he's staying true to his word, even though they're gone.
It's a great endorsement for them.
Look, at this point right now, there's a couple of other wrestlers out there that are trying to think about starting their own little wrestling independent company. Mm-hmm. And I'm cool because the main 2 is Mr. Enzo and Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. Yep.
Yeah, they're really down to do this shit. Like they were talking about it over here in Winston-Salem because there was a picture of Enzo going, wrestling company said, huh? Well, shit, I got the money. Let's do it. We can get some other people. And Braun got a video of him having a friend build a ring at his house. Yep. And he goes, people ask me what wrestling company I'm gonna go to. He said, let's talk about what wrestling company I should start my own. And I was like, no offense, I'm kind of with that. Like,
as long as Ryback doesn't wrestle for this company.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still trying to come back. He keeps at, what do you want me to? Nobody wants to see you, Ryback.
Have you seen his Instagram posts lately?
To be honest, Ryback said he would come back to WWE on one condition:
that Vince McMahon is gone.
And I said, it's funny. That's what a lot of wrestlers say. They will come back.
That's true.
But the problem is, Ryback's not getting an invitation, even if Vince McMahon's dead.
Mm-mm.
To be honest, I believe he would have with Triple H. He just won't be still a big person, but he'll be the guy that he should have been. Not the fake Goldberg they wanted him to be. He will be the motherfucker that he should have been. He'd have been Lyle Sullivan without the game activation.
Yeah, that's true.
So the rest of the matches at WrestleCade were Rock and Roll Express versus the Bollywood Boys. Caprice Coleman, he defeated Dirty Dango, a.k.a. Fandango, a.k.a. Johnny Curtis. We had Myron Reed, Rich Swann, and Tim versus Andrew Everett, Matt Cross, and Colby Corino. I'm not familiar with any of those guys.
Listen, what they're friends with everybody.
George South defeated Heath, a.k.a. Heath Slater. Jay Lethal, he was in Black Machismo gimmick. He defeated Matt Cardona with the help of Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, they hit him over the head with that good old guitar.
Yeah. We had Thunder Rosa defeat Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez. I need to find video of that match.
Yeah, because
Bruh,
didn't you
first of all,
schedule that match in one of your?
No, I don't have all of them.
Look, I've been trying to find it too, and it might show up on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. I just haven't checked yet.
Didn't Enzo?
Yeah, Broken Matt Hardy has
Broken
returned,
Matt Hardy.
even though he said Broken Matt is dead. Broken Matt Hardy defeated Enzo.
But you want to know something about the whole Broken Matt gimmick? He needed somebody to, have his back because, Jay Morgan, aka Big Cass, was going to have his back. So Shannon Moore showed up.
Oh, yep.
And that whole little skit in the back was funny because he was like, "Hey man, I had your back." Matt was like, "Do I know you?" He was like, "Yeah, Shannon Moore." He was like, "I don't know Shannon Moore." He said, "I'm an MFer." He said, "Why would you want to call yourself such a vulgar thing?" He was like, dude, a Matt fanatic. He said, "Oh, MF, that's what you meant." He's like, yes, I do remember you. I was like, bro, I'm just happy to see these two back together.
For real, it was a great moment.
And then there was a battle royal, and your boy Shane Taylor, he won. Some of the contestants were Mr. Hughes, Shane Douglas, Falaba, Davey Richards, Griff Garrison, and those are the only names I recognize.
Yeah, Shane Taylor, Mr. LLC. You got the LLC behind it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Shane Taylor Productions LLC. Yes.
No trademark.
Yeah, trademark, all that, copyright, all that.
Yeah.
I heard it was a good show. Like it was really a good show. A whole bunch of wrestlers there. I know Farouk was there. D'Lo was also there.
Yep. Basically, on the convention end, everybody was there because obviously there wasn't one for the last 2 years because of the pandemic. But everybody you can think of was at that thing this year. It was packed.
Right there.
And it was like everybody was there. Everybody was cool. There was no like, oh, nobody's not doing anything. People taking pictures of everybody.
Yep.
People were having fun with people, joking around people. I know Chelsea Green got a couple of fans that came there with stuff that she had that she didn't even have yet herself. Yeah. And they were signing, Matt Cardona was signing stuff. I was like, bruh, like, this is what wrestling is supposed to be. It's supposed to be motherfuckers that love the sport, show up and do what they love for fans that love them. Not the where it's like, well, if you don't make me money, I don't need you here. What the fuck, nigga? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
It was a great night.
I'm really looking forward to one in Texas. There's one in Texas, and Mr. Rotunda supposed to show up there. That's going to be his first appearance.
Okay.
I heard Foley was there too.
Yeah, Foley was there. Yep. Yeah, like I said, everybody was there. Basically, anybody retired was there.
It's cool though. Like I really wish I could have went, but that battle of the belts for AEW in January, your boy will be there live.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you were going. Yep.
So long, Jesus Christ.
Now, let's talk about something I know you don't want to talk about. Well, we'll just gloss over it. NXT 2.0 War Games. It's no longer called TakeOver. It's just NXT 2.0 whatever, War Games. So
okay. So what you said was it's NXT War Games. It's not War Games until Mr. Regal come out there and yells it.
No, it's not War Games unless Undisputed Era is in it. That's what it is.
I would say that, but it's not War Games until when Regal come out there.
War Games!
Just say War Games and walk away. That's when you know it's War Games now. It's on and popping.
I think he did, but like I said, I don't watch it anymore. I just watch clips of Braun Breaker, Joseph Uso. I'm not calling him whatever the fuck they call him. So Rex Steiner, Joseph Uso, and I watch whatchamacallit, Raquel Gonzalez. That's it. That's all I watch.
Oh, that made me yawn.
We wouldn't even say War Games this year. You know who said it? Fucking what do you call it? Rick Steiner, one of Steiner's, his son. He came out and said it for the men.
Oh.
And what was the NXT Women's Champion in NXT before it went 2.5?
Raquel Gonzalez.
No, before her.
Before her? Oh, who? Io Shirai?
Yeah, Io Shirai came out and she said War Games for the women one. Where Regal didn't say it. And people was online was like, why is not Ben Regal saying it? Like, did y'all get rid of on the side without nobody knowing? This shit is stupid.
Yeah. So on the women's match, you got Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Cora Jade and Kaylee Ray taking on Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. I honestly do not care about that match.
Nobody does.
Nope. We have Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson in a hair versus hair match. Don't care about that. Tag title match. Imperium taking on Kyle O'Reilly and his new partner, Von Wagner, who is already making appearances on the main roster as Adam Pearce's like bodyguard-ish kind of role. It's not official yet.
You're naming all these matches, and I'm sitting here like, I put myself on mute because I'm like, who gives a rat's ass about these matches?
I feel you. And then for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, it's Roderick Strong versus Joe Gacy, who is clearly not a cruiserweight. So I believe this is the death of the Cruiserweight Championship because he's the guy that does the promos where everything should be politically correct and yada, yada, yada. So I believe they're going to put the Cruiserweight Championship on him, and he's going to call it some bullshit politically correct weight championship, and that'll be the death of the Cruiserweight division. Because 205 Live, everybody's on 205 Live now. It's basically the Rampage of NXT.
I'm gonna tell you something right now that I don't understand. Did you get the video I sent you of them talking about the spot fillers with SmackDown?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that right after this. Yep.
Yeah, like if y'all doing that, then that means to me right now, y'all niggas don't give a fuck about the company no more. And matter of fact, not New Rockstar, but Watch Culture and 2 more other YouTube channels said the same thing you said, Darth. You've been saying it for a long time. WWE about to sell. It's about to sell because they get rid of too much shit and try to do too much. They're literally about to sell. And then some business consultant guy on YouTube that does business stuff like this was selling. He said everything WWE is doing is legit leading to a sale. He said that's what companies do when they sell. He said they get rid of everything they can, try to get as much money as they can, and then sell it. And I was like, Darth been saying this shit for months before people even thought about this shit.
And in the men's
before we get to saying stuff now.
Yeah. In the men's War Game match, they're doing Team Black and Gold versus Team 2.0, old school, new school NXT. So
first of all, LA Knight become top part of Team Black and Gold. He just got there around the time they began.
That's the point I was going to make. LA Knight is on Team Black and Gold. Okay, yeah, he's an old school guy. He's over 40. But I was saying Tyler Valkyrie got hired in NXT in March. So did he. They came in at the same time because their contracts ended in Impact and NWA at the same time. So they came in at the same time. And he's old school NXT? Bullshit.
My thing is, you still had Kyle O'Reilly that's still there that could have been part of that damn thing.
Yeah, but he's in the tag title match though, so.
I always like
still, but still, that don't matter. We see motherfuckers wrestle one match and then wrestle another one.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no really old school niggas there for the old Black and Gold NXT at this point. Now, if they're not on the main roster, they're out of the company. Kyle O'Reilly's the last person left besides fucking Roger Strong.
Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. They're also on the Black and Gold team.
And they've been there since the beginning. They've been there since 205 Live was a thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Knight just came in
Yep. LA Knight. He's been there 7 months, and they're saying he's old school NXT.
You want to know why? You want to know why I think they say they part of the old school NXT? Because of the fact he came there when it was Black and Gold before they updated it and started pushing all these new people.
Yeah. He should he should have went straight to Raw and SmackDown. There was no reason for him to go NXT.
I thought so too. Definitely need a new Rock.
A less famous Miz is what we need. Because he's also a less famous Miz.
But the sad thing is, he's better on the mic than Miz.
He is.
He is.
Yeah. He's so much better on the mic. He reminds me of The Rock, man. So much.
If we don't go order people that's been on the mic that's really worth listening to, is The Rock, LA Knight, and then the Miz comes somewhere like a fifth.
That is true. Because I did see him in his Impact days. He literally the catchphrases are there. Freaking the charisma's there.
Yeah.
You know, everything is spot on. It looks like The Rock. It's just a white rock. That's it. It's literally him.
You don't say jabroni, know your role, or the SmackDown Hotel. But if he says one of them, I'm with it.
But has he talked about pie?
Oh, I don't think he's talking about pie, but you give him some time. We know he will. Oh, Darth, I forgot to tell you before we go any further.
Okay.
Show for my pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until next week because I'm trying to get this out the way I wanted to, and it's going to be the perfect pay-per-view. So I'm still writing it out, trying to get my things ready for this long pay-per-view that can't happen.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Speaking of that, I'll recap my pay-per-view right now since we're talking about it.
Yeah, don't wait till next week. I'm gonna let my pay-per-view happen, and then when we're gone for 2 weeks and we come back, we can talk about it starting off the brand new year.
Yeah, that works. Also, since we're talking about it, because of our scheduling this month, because of the holiday, since we're off, let's do our crossover pay-per-view episode also. I guess we'll call it One Night Stand or Worlds Collide, something like that.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about some rules or like a layout to the pay-per-view. So like, let's say match 1 would be you just pick a match. It could be a tag match, it could be a singles match, it could be a 6-man tag, whatever. It's just like a showcase match for your brand. And then I do one also. And then we'll have one head-to-head women's match, one head-to-head singles match, one head-to-head tag team match, and I think that's about it.
Sounds like the Survivor Series that should have been.
Yeah. Basically Survivor Series style, but better.
Exactly. A lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot better.
Because like I said, that was damn near that Backlash we went to go see. That's how bad Survivor Series was this year.
I think Survivor Series has to replace Backlash since Backlash is not here no more.
This is true.
Yeah. Like Backlash was the worst review for me and Smooches. Survivor Series is the worst review for me and Smooches. If something can top that pay-per-view, I'm done with that company and I'm not watching it ever again. You only get 3 strikes. You're already on 2.
How you gonna promote The Rock if he's not there?
Exactly.
All these vignettes we ain't seen in so long. All these things. Got other people doing moves to this motherfucker. This nigga ain't nowhere to be sight of the same damn state. Why? Because he's flying back and forth, still working on promoting movies. Motherfucker, you can speak to us via satellite like you used to.
Oh, speaking of which, I watched Red Notice. It's pretty dope.
It was?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's actually good as fuck. It's actually one of the most watched things on Netflix.
Yeah, it's got, what is it, like 383 million views? It's something crazy.
I mean,
I think it's like in 2 days they got that much.
Yeah, because it beat out Bird Box. Because Bird Box, I think it said like 240 million views, and that's cumulative since it's been out. And Red Notice is already over 300 in 2 weeks.
You gotta think about it. When you paid The Rock, he's gonna play Black Adam. You paid, forgot that woman's name. I forgot her name.
She was in one of the Fast and Furious movies. She was Han's girlfriend.
Yeah, but she's also Wonder Woman in DC. And then you give us Ryan Reynolds, the man that can't do no goddamn wrong and nothing. And you put all 3 of them together in a movie. You thinking that movie? If that would have went to the movie theaters, I bet you it'd have been #1 day uno of that movie being out.
Yep.
That would be an epic crossover, though.
The Rock talked about that. He kind of want that. He kind of want Deadpool to cross over in DC world against them too.
Well, technically, he was Green Lantern.
We don't talk about that either. That's like the back of the series. It never happened.
He's just Deadpool to me.
All right, getting back to the Ultra Fantasy booking. All right, last week was my big pay-per-view of the year, Death Before Dishonor. And our opening match, after The Undertaker appeared on last week's show, he just appeared and singled out Darby Allin and said, "I want you. We can do this the hard way or the easy way. I want you." So, Undertaker versus Darby Allin in a last ride match. Darby Allin put up a fight, but you know what? You ain't beating Undertaker at the biggest show of the year. Respect to that young man, but you know, he took that long ride. He took that long ride.
Took that long L.
Yeah. And what I think is the sleeper match on this pay-per-view, Kazuchika Okada taking on Randy Orton. This was a 37-minute long classic because, you know, they don't do short matches. Randy Orton took the win.
Word, bro. And I want to see this match
love
happen in
that.
real life.
Yeah.
I love this outcome already.
Because I actually timed out the pay-per-view because I came out to 3 hours and 34 minutes. I just gave random times all the matches. 3 hours and 34 minutes. So add in vignettes, entrances like the Undertaker in his 17 minutes that it takes to get to the ring. This is over 5 hours.
Oh wow, 17 minutes for his entrance time. I thought it was like 2 hours.
Less commercial time.
Yeah. So Randy Orton defeated Kazuchika Okada in a 37-minute classic.
Nice.
Next up, we had a first blood match between the two former tag partners that broke up along last week's show also. Rachel Ellerling with Charlotte Flair in her corner. They're also a part of Team Daddy's Girls. Jordynne Grace took the win. Charlotte Flair was not enough for Rachel Ellerling to overcome her former tag partner.
Word, son, because this is Jordynne Grace, the woman that's how ago again for the Indies when we first heard it? The woman
Thick Mama
squat
Pump.
Down. Yeah, the woman that can squat 200 pounds on her back.
Yeah, thick Mama Pump.
Squat all day.
And next up, our good friend, the lovely, the very evil Danhausen. He came out to the ring. Good people of Warzone Hausen. I, Danhausen, am very disappointed that no one here is evil enough to challenge me tonight. Therefore, to collect my monies so I can buy my rocket car and house of solid gold, I will sit in this ring until further notice. So the crowd starts booing. Couple minutes go by. The lights go out. Lights come on. Dun 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 dun. Ah! Out comes the demon Finn Balor to challenge Danhausen. And Finn Balor whooped that ass all around the ring.
With the coup de grace.
And the coup de grace will be the coup de grace, to quote our good friend X-Man Dam.
Yeah.
He always said that. The coup de grace will be the coup de grace. I did too. He texted me the other day, yeah. Next up, we had Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman in his corner, with Cesaro in his corner, with Deonna Purrazzo in his corner. Why are they here? Why is Team Heyman on Warzone? These Deonna Purrazzo and Cesaro are from Dragon Force. Why are they here? Why did they come out during the match? So Brock put a hurting on Cass XL, aka W. Morrissey. It took a little longer than expected, because he's a big boy, but still, Brock put a hurting on him. F5. Good night.
Can't teach that F5.
And next up, we had our TNA Women's World Championship match. It was Asuka taking on Tessa Blanchard. And this was a 28-minute classic. Asuka retained. I seriously thought Tessa was going to win this. But yeah, Asuka took the win, 24-11.
Proving once again, nobody
is ready for Asuka. Yes.
I wish somebody would be ready for Asuka.
I hope so.
Next up, GM Shane McMahon came out to the ring. He just wanted to update the fans on what's going on in the MLW Openweight Pure Rules Championship tournament. Because, like I said, when I first booked this thing, I didn't realize how long it was going to take because it's G1 Climax style. And mind you, I cut the bracket in half, and it's still taking a long time. So Daniel Bryanson is 3-0. Walter is 3-1. Damian Priest is 3-1. Adam Cole, baby, he's 2-1. MJF is 2-2. Frankie Kazarian is 1-3. And Alberto El Patron has the same record as Danhausen, 0-3. Yeah. Next up, we had the last chance qualifier for the tag team Fatal 4-Way, because last week, Red Dragon, aka Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they had a double count out against the Usos. So they're having another match tonight on the pay-per-view to qualify for the tag match. And the Usos pulled it out this time. So the Usos advanced to the Fatal 4-Way, which is the very next match. So there was no rest for the weary. And guess what? Usos, they took the win in back-to-back matches.
Wow.
The Usos are the new AEW Tag Team Champions, defeating champions FTR. Also in the match was Santana and Ortiz and War Machine.
Feels like an invasion.
And it was close. The Usos won with 10 votes. FTR had 8. And then Santana, Ortiz, and War Machine both had 6. So it's a very spread out in the voting there. So we got new tag champions. Oscar retained. And next up was our main event. So out comes the lovely, the beautiful blonde Lillian Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event. The following is a fatal 4-way for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in the first ever Hell in a Cell ladder match. The winner must climb the ladder or find a way to escape the cage and open the hatch on the roof to retrieve the title. Our participants: Nick Aldis, the National Treasure. We had some cowboy shit with Hangman Adam Page. We had the Ring General, Walter, and the phenomenal AJ Styles, also our current IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Right.
And the winner, holy shit, look at this voting. AJ Styles retained
Damn right.
by
baby.
1 vote. By 1 vote over Walter.
Oh, that was close.
That was close.
That was close.
By 1 vote over Walter. Nick Aldis got 0 love, and Adam Page got 3 votes. Yeah.
Adam Page is getting.
Yeah, AJ Styles got 14, and Walter got 13.
Can't beat the phenomenal one, baby.
Yeah, so AJ Styles retains. He'll be going on to. I guess we'll go with One Night Stand for our collab pay-per-view. I like One Night Stand.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? That name works with it too.
Yeah, we'll go with One Night Stand.
It works better than day one.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be going to AJ.
Day one.
And that was the pay-per-view. That was the biggest event of the year. Oh, couple random things. Nick Khan, you know, the person that everybody hates, that now the president of WWE, he's now taking public pictures with the talent roster. They were at some sort of charity event, and we got Bobby Lashley, Bianca Belair, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and Stephanie and Vince. He's taking the pictures with them at charity events now.
Are we honestly going to see in the future the Battle of the Cons?
It is. It already is the Battle of the Cons, because that's who Vince is listening to now. He's taking all his business advice from Nick Khan. He's basically running the business side of the company.
Look, let me tell you now, Nick Khan looked like one of them guys that was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Did you catch Moose last night with Matt Cardona and what he said to him?
Yes.
Yo, Moose is that nigga. He said, you're gonna last as long with me in the ring as your Intercontinental Championship reign was.
Oh, burn.
So everybody's taking shots at WWE now.
That's like Impact and AEW know how to get you hooked in.
Yeah.
You throw a shot at a company, not for like how you hate the company. You throw a shot at the wrestler that came from that company and how they was treated.
Yep.
And you understand.
Yep.
Okay, he was treated wrong for his IC championship.
One day.
Oh, everybody is like they're doing it right, but WWE won't do it like that because they just make it seem like, oh, you did what? Where? Oh, that never happened. The only person that ever gave their damn dues was AJ Styles when they had their little side skirt next to the name, like former in New Japan Wrestler Champion, World Champion.
Yeah.
I said, wow, you named another company outside of them. They normally don't do that.
Now, you know what's ironic? Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, when he lost his title in the one day, he lost it to The Miz. Let's take this back to the beginning of the episode. He lost it to The Miz the next day.
We'll wrap it up.
So let's talk about this guy. I got some quick news, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So he has approached Kyle O'Reilly about re-signing with the company. So as of right now, he still has a contract and he doesn't want to. But now that Nick Khan is there, they're trying to sign him back so badly before his contract ends, and he still is on the verge of still not wanting to do that shit.
Yeah. Oh, and Johnny Gargano, he had to sign a 1-week extension to make it to the pay-per-view. Technically, his contract is already expired, and he hasn't re-signed either.
That's crazy.
Also, let's talk about how Beth Phoenix is no longer an NXT commentary.
Yep.
Does that mean we're going to get Edge and Beth versus the Miz and Maryse?
I'm not entirely mad at that.
I would love to see Beth back in the ring because the last few times she was in the ring, she looked like she never missed a beat, especially when she busted her head open at that one pay-per-view.
Oh, that was the Royal Rumble. That was the Royal Rumble.
Dude, she was wrestling.
I was like, God damn, she still is tough as fuck. I need her back in the ring.
Yeah.
And Edge and Beth is definitely the legendary power couple right now. They both haven't lost a step.
Nope.
Both haven't lost a step.
And the last thing before we leave, there's been quote unquote complaints about Big E as champion. This came from, I forgot what podcast it came from. I was told there was a couple of times where the company got some emails. I don't know if it's true like FCC, but something where people complain about the gyrations are just too much. Yeah, apparently people don't like Big E twerking now that he's champion.
Oh, now that he's champion?
Yeah.
This generation is off as fuck and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I've been Darth Messiah. You, sir.
Motherfucking you.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all, and to all, a good night.
Peace.
Rah.